Hi everyone, welcome back to the Kenya channel. Today we are looking at this, and if you think you've seen this somewhere, it's because you really have. Recently we looked at something close. This is the Oppo Reno5 and this is the Oppo Reno5F, which is what we are looking at today. The packaging on the two devices looks almost similar, as is most of the specifications and features on the two devices. The differences being there to existing so that you're able to get one at whatever price point you're comfortable with. This is going for the 2,000 shillings, and of course the Reno 5 was going for 42,000 shillings at launch. So if the 40,000 shillings mark is where you're at, get the Reno 5. If the 30,000 shillings mark is where you're out, get this, the Reno 5F. Without further ado, let's get inside, see what we get on this device. Something to note is that this device comes in two colors. That is what they are calling fluid black and fantastic purple. On the Reno 5 we had fantasy silver and starry black. So let me see what our device here is. This is fantastic purple. We have this small box. We'll get back to it. First things first, here is our device in all its fantastic purple glory. So as you can see here, this is the Reno 5F. We get features like a dual video, AI color portrait, these 30-watt VOOC flash charge, and a 4310 mAh battery. This is the same battery that you can find on the Reno 5, so no differences there, which is because the size pretty much remains the same. The size of the Oppo Reno 5F remains the same as the size of the Oppo Reno 5. Here you have the Reno 5 and here is the Reno 5F. As you can see, there are minute hair differences in terms of the physical size, and of course some differences in terms of the appearance, especially at the back here. Other than the color, you can see the camera module. There's quite some difference in how the lenses are arranged, and as far as those ones go, what you're getting here, instead of the 64 megapixel main lens you have on the Reno 5, here you have a 48 megapixel lens, and of course for the three others they remain largely the same. You have an 8 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel macro, and 2 megapixel mono. On the front, the placement of the selfie camera is still the same, so you can see it's at the corner there, and this is a 32 megapixel front facing camera instead of the, of course, 44 megapixel that we have on the Reno 5. And yeah, that's much about it as far as the differences in appearance go. You are still getting USB type C here. You still have your, of course, speakers down there, 3.5mm headphone jack, and there's a small microphone over there, and a very clean top, of course punctuated by this microphone. And on the sides, things remain the same. You have your power button. Of course, what's missing is this green perforation that we have on the Reno 5. On the 5F, there's none of that. On this other side, you still have volume up, volume down buttons, and your SIM and micro SD card slots, or where you'd still expect them. So not much there in the way of changes. We're coming back to the device. Let's see what else we get in the box. So let's get rid of this. Here is your type C to USB 3.2 cable, and here is your charging brick. Now the difference between this one and what we saw on the Reno 5 is that this one is a VOOC flash charge, 4.0. What that means is this is not super VOOC, which is what we are finding on the box of the Reno 5. So this does charge the device at a rate of 30 watts, while on the other device, on the Reno 5, we had 65 watt brick. Of course, earphones. We have earphones here, so we're good to go. And that's pretty much it. What we are going to look at next is what we get inside this small packaging. So first things first, the ejector pin for the SIM slot there, and then paperwork, pretty much, safety guide, user guide, and of course here is your clear case for the Oppo Reno5F. So without further ado, let's boot into this device and see what we get. Here we are. So this is the ColorOS 11 experience on the Oppo Reno5F. Pretty standard, the same experience that we have on the Oppo Reno5 and the same experience that you'll find on every other Oppo device that is running ColorOS. There is very little in the way of added apps, very little. This is all there is. There is not much else. And on this other side you get your Google Updates feed, and yeah, not much in the way of additions. One thing that is worth highlighting is that one of the main differences between this device and this one, which is the Oppo Reno5, is that while the Reno 5 has a 90 Hz refresh rate display, this is stuck at the standard, that is to say 60 Hz. So that's one of the compromises you're making when going for this over the Reno 5. For the most part, it's hardly noticeable, so shouldn't be much of a deal breaker, and should save you some juice anyway, some battery juice. As far as the resolution goes, this is still the same 2400 by 1080 pixels, so full HD, the same as what you're getting on the Reno 5. That's been it. If you have any questions and comments regarding the Oppo Reno 5, we'll be glad to answer them in the comments, and see you in the next video.